Kamal Hassan's lawyer reacting on the court's decision first.
One on the part of the state and one on the part of the petitioner's personal loss, and wanted to see if there's a possibility that there could be some sort of a settlement in the matter, which Mr. Kamal Hassan will no doubt take note of in the course of the day.
Is the case adjourned for tomorrow?
Yes, the matter is posted tomorrow for arguments.
Yeah. We also have Mr. Chandra Haasan, Mr. Kamal Hassan's brother. So how does Mr. Kamal Hassan look at the developments in Chennai?
No, he has yet to look at the developments because he has just landed from USA, and I'm sure I'll have to go wake him up out of his jet lag and brief him on what the court has mentioned and allow him to take a decision on that.
So you lost that crucial long weekend. What kind of a loss in terms of commerce you're suffering now?
See, depending upon the way in which the judgment goes, I had earlier mentioned the loss could be anywhere between 30 crores to 80 crores. We don't know. We don't know if the theatres are available. We don't know whether the theatres will be willing to exhibit the movie in the middle of the week, or whether the theatres are available even next week. We don't know, because new pictures are coming on the 1st.
So there's a ban that was proposed in Hyderabad in a few pockets and in Karnataka. Has that been lifted? What is the report?
My information is it's yesterday in Hyderabad, I believe some 30 to 35 theatres ran the movie. There have been no incidences, and Karnataka also, except last night I believe the show at 9:30 was stopped at the instance of the police. People were waiting to enter the theatre with their tickets, but the management of the theatre came out and said, sorry, under police instructions we cannot exhibit the movie. They returned disappointed. There was no law and order problem there, but the police probably apprehended law and order problem and advised the theatres directly to not to exhibit the movie.
So what is the status of Sri Lanka, because they have delayed the release?
I don't know. Somebody told me that it has gone up to the parliament. I don't know. Actually, I'm worried about Tamil Nadu.
There's considerable support coming in from the film fraternity, especially down south. Mr. Rajnikant has come out in support of Kamal Hassan.
Oh yes, we should thank him for that, and thank all those who will now start coming to support us.
So do you think the government stand itself, this kind of a prohibitory orders to theatres to not screen the movie, is a kind of a curb on one's freedom of expression?
No, this is a matter of law, and lawyers are there to discuss that and give opinion, and the judges are there to decide on the interpretation. Hardly a man like me is entitled to give any opinion.
And you firmly believe the movie in no way hurts the sentiment of Muslims?
If we ever believed that it had hurt the sentiments of any community, we wouldn't have made it. Even at the time of making it, we knew that there was nothing in it to hurt the sentiments of any community.
And are you open now to the possibility of removing certain scenes what they may find objectionable?
One, I cannot envisage anything objectionable that they may find. Two, it is the creative director's prerogative to agree to cut or not to cut, and that will be exclusively the decision of Mr. Kamal Hassan, not the producer.
So will you or Mr. Kamal Hassan meet any government official at the highest order today?
Today?
Yeah.
No, I came straight to the court. We are not.
After
that we'll have to discuss and work out our options. Then
when
only
you spoke to Mr. Kamal Haasan, how did he take the whole issue? There was so much of...
No, today I have not spoken to him yet. I'm yet to go, wake him up and brief him on the developments in the court. But so far, both his and our approach is, as a common citizen, we have two venues open for us. One, we can appeal to the state. Two, we can appeal to the court. We'll have to limit our options only to these two things. There are no other venues for us. One of these or both of these must help us. That is all I can say. And that is Mr. Kamal Hassan's attitude also.
And your message to the government?
Oh, I am too small to give messages to governments. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Chandra Haasan, one of the producers of Vishwarupam, speaking to the media, saying that he's going to have to wake up a jet lag Kamal Haasan and tell him about the judgment, the ruling which has come forth today, the case being pushed for tomorrow, decision being pushed for tomorrow, and what a rude awakening it's going to be for Kamal Haasan, given certainly not the decision that he was hoping for when he came down from the United States. Headlines says Priyambada has been tracking developments. Priyambada, the sense that one gets at this stage is, of course, that the onus is well and truly on Kamal Haasan. He has to initiate these discussions with the government, with the various organizations who are opposed to his movie, perhaps also consider now portions which are being found objectionable.
Well, he has to now convince the government officials and also convince the community leaders about this movie, about release of his movie. But also, the judge is probably giving 1 day's time for all the parties involved to resolve, because he has already watched the movie and he must have formed an opinion about the movie already. But still, judge also wants to give 1 day opportunity for, say, the government, Kamal Haasan and the Muslim parties who are opposing the movie to engage in a dialogue so that it's solved amicably. Because when it's a court order, there could always be an appeal to it. There could be an appeal against it, and there could always be there are chances of the issue getting precipitated further.
Yes.
So probably to put an end to that and to ensure that the movie is released in a peaceful manner and it continues to run without any hindrance in the future, judge would have given this 1 day's time, is what I'm learning from my sources in the court. So now we'll have to wait and see how Kamal Haasan is going to actually go about this. See, who is he going to meet? My sources in the government are saying there's all possibility of him trying to meet the Chief Minister herself, Ms. J. Jayalalitha, but if the appointment is not through, if she doesn't want to meet at this point, then probably the Chief Secretary and Home Secretary are the two persons whom Kamal Haasan is likely to meet. Probably by afternoon is what my sources are telling me. So already the process is on to seek permission, to seek appointments from these leaders. Meanwhile, after meeting the government, there could be one more round of short meeting with the Muslim community leaders. So there is going to be a very, very long day for Kamal Haasan to talk to the both of them. And tomorrow he'll come back. Whatever the result is, if the state government agrees or not, if the community leaders agrees or not, I'm being told that the judge would pass the orders about the movie by tomorrow.
Well, so no matter what the discussion is, no matter what Kamal Haasan tries to achieve today, the fact of the matter is, as Priyambada points out, is that the order will be passed tomorrow and the fate of the movie might well be sealed tomorrow, despite these negotiations which he's being expected to hold. But what about the commerce and the loss as well, Priyambada? It's understood, from the producer who was speaking, that anywhere between 40 to 80 crores is the reported loss which has been suffered already due to the blackout of the movie, and the fear is that there is a spillover effect. You look at this domino effect which is playing out from Chennai to Bangalore to Andhra Pradesh as well, and to international sectors as well. Malaysia pulling the movie off the theatres, Sri Lanka also not screening the movie yet.
And let me tell you how this whole thing is working. It's 98 crore rupees is the budget of the movie. And in most of the cases, usually who produce the movie, they sell the movie to some other banner so that they're really after selling the movie for some amount. But what Kamal Haasan has done is he's kept the distribution rights for most of the key centers here in Tamil Nadu and in Andhra Pradesh and in other places. So there is a direct link between the theatre owners and him. So obviously, in the first week, as per the dynamics, the entertainment industry, in the first week, a particular share will be taken by the theatre owners and a particular share will be given to the producers and the distributors. So in this case, since the movie is not running, Kamal Haasan is directly responsible. He has the onus for that loss that the theatre owners have to incur, because we have blocked the screens for some 25th of this month. So when the theatre screens are empty, that loss will directly on Kamal Haasan's shoulder. So that is going to be a very difficult phase for him. Already since Friday, he has lost around 30 crores is what I'm being told. So if this time continues, it prolongs for 2 weeks like the original ban period of Tamil Nadu government, loss would stand at 75 crores. So that is where Kamal Haasan as a producer, as a distributor, as a filmmaker is quite worried about the losses.